everybody? I'm Jared, and I'm back with my core four of MLB picks for PrizePicks today. If you're new here, make sure to hit like and subscribe. That way we know that you're following along with the picks. Also helps you to get notified when new shows are posted. We try to do them as often as possible. And if you're not currently playing on PrizePicks and you want to give that site a try, if you sign up there using promo code WINDAILY, spelled out for you right at the bottom of the screen, get you 100% deposit match up to $100. We'll also go ahead and throw in a free 60-day trial period of WinDaily Gold. Get you access to our Discord, get you access to our daily articles. So go ahead and sign up there today using promo code WINDAILY. So we have a nice slate of games tonight. Every team is in action. Let's go ahead and jump in. The first one that we're going to go with tonight is we're going to go with Adolis Garcia and his 7.5 hitter fantasy score. There he is right there. Garcia and the Rangers get a really strong matchup tonight against a pitcher making his major league debut in Carl Kaufman. Kaufman struggled so far in the minors. Last year he had an ERA over 6 at AAA. This year's ERA has been over 7 at AAA, so he's going to struggle. The Rockies have really fast-tracked him to the majors. Not sure why, because he has struggled again in the majors. With Garcia, we have a man that's been on a mission this season. He's up to 46 RBIs, and he's been on absolute fire recently. He's had over 20 fantasy points in 3 of his last 4 outings. Wouldn't be surprised to see him make it 4 out of 5 tonight. I expect a lot of offense out of the Rangers tonight. And recently, that offense has been running through Adolis Garcia. So we're going to go with the over on Garcia and his 7.5 hitter fantasy score. The next one that we're going to go with is going to be Anthony Santander of the Baltimore Orioles and his 7.5 hitter fantasy score. The Orioles get a decent matchup against Yusei Kikuchi. If you look at Kikuchi's surface numbers, they look pretty good. But he has been struggling a bit. He's given up a nearly 40% hard hit rate over the last month. He's also given up 9 barrels. The Orioles have been a really strong lineup all year. Been a really nice story out of there. I could absolutely see them getting to Kikuchi tonight. With Santander, we do have somebody that's heating up. He's had hits in 4 of his last 5 games. He's homered in 2 of those games in those 4. He's an important piece in the middle of this lineup. If the Orioles do well tonight, you can expect Santander to be a part of it. We're going to go with the over on his 7.5 hitter fantasy score. The next one that we're going to go with is going to be Mr. Byron Buxton of the Minnesota Twins and his 8 hitter fantasy score. The Twins face off against the Angels tonight, and they'll be facing off against Reed Detmers. Detmers over the last month has pitched to an ERA north of 5. He's also given up a hard hit rate over 45%. Really try to focus on that hard hit rate because it means that hitters are really squaring up the pitcher. Anything over like 35% is bad. When you're getting into the 40s, it's really, really bad. So we'll attack him with one of the hottest hitters in the game right now. Over his last 4 games, Buxton has 7 hits, 6 runs scored. He's also been in double digits in terms of fantasy points in his last 4. So we're going to go with the over on Buxton and his 8 hitter fantasy score. The next one that we're going to go with is we're going to go with a run scored, and we're going to go with Corey Seager and his half run scored. Again, I noted above talking about Adolis Garcia. This is a great spot for offense for the Rangers tonight. Again, they're facing off against a pitcher making his major league debut. I try to attack that as often as possible, especially when they're not a top prospect. And Carl Kaufman is not a top prospect. Seager, he just returned recently from injury. He's going to be hitting in front of both Nathaniel Lowe and Adolis Garcia tonight. If he gets on, and he should be able to get on a couple times against an average at best pitcher, he should be able to do some damage, and one of those guys should be able to knock him in. So really like his chances of scoring a run tonight. So we're going to go with the over. So if we do a recap, we're going to go with the over on Adolis Garcia and his 7.5 hitter fantasy score. We're going to go with the over on Anthony Santander and his 7.5 hitter fantasy score. We're going to go with the over on Byron Buxton and his 8 hitter fantasy score. And we're going to go with the over on Corey Seager on his half run scored. And that's our core for today. If you end up using them, make sure to hit like and subscribe. That way we know that you're following along. Also, if you have any questions about your own picks, just make sure to drop some notes in the comments. Always happy to answer any questions that you may have. That said, good luck, everybody, and let's go 4-0 on this fabulous Friday. Good luck.